Hello everybody, this is Nick here with RPG Mastery, and today's episode is about basically me trying to learn how to become a better artist and practice a lot of my drawing skills. So this episode's about a character called Fodo, and Fodo is basically a three-armed ogre, and it's a character from a friend of mine named Justin. And let's see here, I have the description. Let's see. It says, throughout the sewers of the city, there is a legend passed around the goblins of a hulking 7-foot mountain of a man. 7 foot 2 inches tall and 450 pounds of pudge and power alike. Fodo is as intimidating as he is ugly. He wears armor only on the lower half of his body, opting for just a shirt as no one makes three-armed chestplates in his size. His vestigial third arm sprouts out from just behind his right shoulder, drooping forward with its misshapen hand. In his other hands, he carries a massive two-handed sword modeled after his butcher father's cleaver. Though despite his green-tinged skin, a bald head, and massive mouth with oddly good dental work, Fodo is a gentle giant at heart. Always with a grin, a fun-loving attitude, and an unfortunately large number of ogre puns in honor of his mother. So that's unfortunate because I forgot about reading the part where he was bald. I mean, this actually made him some hair. So maybe this is a younger Fodo, but nonetheless, this whole series that I'm trying to do here is about me learning how to draw and practicing my skills. I've been learning a lot from George Bridgman, which actually is a guy who did a bunch of lectures and stuff about human anatomy. And there is a free PDF file, actually, you can get right off of Google, which has his complete works, and basically has a bunch of drawings about anatomy and human body and whatnot. And so in this, you can see I start from a skeleton, and I basically move outward from that skeleton, and I kind of flesh it out as I go. So another cool thing about this challenge for me is I use absolutely no references to do it. So I try to sculpt basically a character from my imagination. That's why things are a little bit rough, because it is drawing to me in this style. It's very much like being a sculptor of clay or putty, and you kind of put those base elements out there and you just throw more clay on it and then refine it in the very end. So here I thought Fodo, I had a bit of difficulty making an ugly face because I've been practicing a lot of characters that are actually quite attractive, so I thought of basically going with the opposite, having a very strong bone structure, like a very pronounced upper brow, and of course the unibrow. The very large lips, especially disproportional with the bottom lip being very large, and giving him kind of a very masculine jawline, because he is supposed to be kind of intimidating and scary. So I give him a bit of a flabby body, because he did say he was quite pudgy, but underneath all that pudge, of course, is just raw ogre rage and power. So here you can see I had quite a bit of difficulty rendering out the hand, making it look more dynamic and coming forward. And basically with Bridgman tries to teach you to create blocks that are 3D and have 3D form. And drawing is about creating an illusion of depth. And you can see where I struggle quite a bit with creating these blocks and forms stacked upon one another. So the more I refine it, I push out lines that I've solidly basically consider being the most, prominent and lines that are the best feature, that exaggerate the feature the best, I would say. So this whole drawing took me about an hour and 30 minutes, it's supposed to be a warm-up for some of the other projects I've got going on. And I hope to do a lot more of these in the future for people. I say, you know, if I'm practicing, I might as well be practicing in such a way that can maybe help other people. Even if it's something as silly as a 3-armed ogre, this is still a creation that somebody has in their mind. And being able to, drawing to me, I just rediscovered a love for it in some animation that I've been trying to do. And I think a lot of the appeal to me is the idea of being able to create something from absolutely nothing, and to, when you create a drawing, you've put out something that is a physical representation of something that you're thinking about. And I think that is powerful and kind of beautiful that we as humans can do stuff like this. So hopefully, in time, I just get better and better. I plan on doing these at least once a week, because I do come in often and I practice. And this is, by the way, this program is called Fire Alpaca, which is completely free and absolutely amazing. It's like a simplified Photoshop. And when I say simplified, I do not mean it cuts down on any of its power or functionality at all. I've used both Photoshop and Alpaca, and I still prefer Alpaca over Photoshop. But that is just my opinion. So here we are finishing up Fodo, and there are a lot of role-playing stories I have playing with Fodo. This is my friend's character, of course, and Fodo would often go around town, like the city, and wave that third hand of his at people and kind of freak them out a little bit. But the truth is that Fodo was a really good person. He became sort of a landlord at the end of our kind of mini campaigns, and he was actually kind of like the savior of the goblins, which is very interesting. And it does represent Justin Arthur in the best ways. Even though the character is grotesque, Justin himself is a great guy, and this was a really a lot of fun for me to make for him. So thank you guys for watching. This is Nick Newman with RPG Mastery. Now remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and maybe I'll draw a character for you guys in the future. Thank you very much. All right, bye-bye.